Hi friend, I'm Dani Walker. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a little comparison between Rabiya and Amanda, Miss Philippines and Miss Thailand Universe. Today's episode is brought to you by Rehearsed to Relatable. It's the place that you can go if you want to stand out in the interview room. If you want to learn more about it, just click the description below. I had some requests for this episode and I think it's a really fun one because clearly Philippines and Thailand are some of the top contenders for Miss Universe this year. And they're both phenomenal women and they've had a lot of preparation going into Miss Universe. Since it's almost time for the competition, I thought it's a really great moment to be able to compare how far the contestants have come so that you can gauge for yourself how you believe that they're going to perform at the competition. I've always said that I believe that Amanda is incredible on stage in terms of her walk, her poses, her facials. I think that she is going to really put on a great show for the pageant. Rabiya has walked a lot and prepared a lot more for her walk, and I think that that's something that she has room to strengthen before the international competition. But today we're gonna really be talking about public speaking and their interview skills, and this is going to be very important, not just for the private interview, but also for any potential onstage questions or interactions with the host. I'm going to show you a few clips of both of them so that you can make your own decision about who you believe is going to be the better performer when it comes to public speaking at Miss Universe. I have some clips of them answering the same question and also some other interview clips that you can check out.
So what is your take on cancel culture?
Cancel culture. I think cancel culture is something that is very dangerous. I believe in second chances, and I do not think that we should cancel each other or anyone because that's like ignoring them. That's like not listening to them. And if they can take that second chance and better themselves, why wouldn't we give them that chance? Let them improve themselves. Let them make up for their mistakes before we cancel them. Because everyone make mistakes. We're all human beings. There's nobody on this world, in this earth, that not made one mistake. So I do not believe in cancel culture.
You know what? Things have really been worse, especially in social media, with the differences when it comes to the beliefs and the opinions that we have, especially in the context of politics and what is happening in our society. That's why this cancel culture has arisen. And my take on this one is that we need to have this boundary of universal respect. That despite the differences in terms of what we believe in or how we see things, we know that we'll be able to have a more tolerable and acceptable society. And with that being said, I think that if there's universal respect, it's gonna lead to a peaceful society.
Do you love seeing content like this? Are you loving this episode? I really hope so. And I hope that you'll love it enough to consider subscribing and hitting the notifications bell so you know when new episodes come out every week.
Sawadika, how are you? I have heard that you've been to Phuket.
Yes.
How was it?
How was the trip? I felt like I feel very rejuvenated because I went back to my island and, being the island girl that I am. The moment I stepped foot on that first beach I went to, I felt alive again.
Yeah.
Just to be in the warm water, to feel the wind and to feel the sand on my feet and to see my family and just, it really made me feel alive and just ready to rock.
I have heard that you are preparing for Miss Universe competition 2020, and I heard that you went to study about dancing. Why you study about dancing? What is help?
So my first dancing class was actually this morning, and I can still feel my hips and my legs hurting and burning right now. But it's just for that curve. The curve, when you dance, you use your hips and your whole body. So when you're on stage, it's almost like the same thing. It's a performance. It's like a dancing performance. So when you walk, and it's that inner self, it's the energy, it's the whole body, and I think it would really help when on stage.
I have seen some feedback that is they're both positive and negative feedback. So of course I don't want to talk about the positive. I will talk about the negative one. The negative one, they says about answering a question, you're still not really good. So do you prepare? You think it's your weakness, or you think you need to practice more or not?
I don't think it's my weakness, but I do think I could better myself at answering questions. And that's why I've been learning. I have been going to classes for my speech. And I think that it will definitely help with the nerves if I have more knowledge in my brain.
Yeah.
So when on stage, I could just pick up some few words that's like, very touching to use.
I have heard that there is something changed in Miss Universe Thailand, like ING is not the owner already,
Right.
maybe changed to someone else, like Pageant or Telemundo or something else. Do you think it's affecting you or not?
No, I don't think so, because I'm still gonna have the same mindset when going into the competition. I'm just going to be positive and just go in and just do every day as if it's my last and just give it my all.
Since you will be representing the Philippines to the international pageant, how can you help promote Iloilo City to the global arena?
Yes, Sir Romel, you know what? I've been talking to Sir Albert Andrada because I'm planning that during my national competition, I want to wear dinagyang with me. I want to be a dinagyang warrior and to show everybody all over the universe the creativity and, the passion of the artists here in our province, in our city. And that's a promise that I made when I won Miss Iloilo. And I used to say that I really want to pledge in bringing Iloilo to the global community.
Yes, and being named as the newest Dinagyang ambassador.
Yeah.
We're very excited to see you bring Dinagyang to, the global spotlight.
I can't wait for every Filipino to experience Dinagyang.
Sige. And Rabiya, we all know that one of the most affected sectors during the pandemic is the tourism sector. So, yes, as an ambassador, how can you help Iloilo City restore its tourism?
I'd like to believe that as of the moment, we are regaining our strength when it comes to tourism. And I'm very much excited to actually talk with Miss Universe Philippines organization, because actually we are planning to hold the next Miss Universe Philippines here in the City of Love. So let's see. I mean, it's gonna be a big help to our city's tourism, and
Yes.
I can't wait for them to experience the City of Love as well.
Can you also tell us a brief background about your advocacy?
I've been doing my lectures for physical therapy for 3 years already, and I've been so much of an advocate of education because I had this humble beginnings, and through education it transformed my life, and I was able to bring food on my family's plate. I was able to do great things to other people, to my community. That's why I decided to work with Feed Me and I Read You program together with Attorney Joboy Peña Florida and his wife Rhea Peña Florida. So we aim to help these children living in Kalahunan dump site. And I can always see myself in them. I also experienced simple childhood, but whenever I see them, I realize that I had a lot of opportunities for me to experience this success, and I hope that these kids will have the same opportunity. That's why in Feed Me and I Read You program, what we do is that we conduct feeding programs once a week, and then at the same time we have this learning session, this reading session to improve their learning capabilities. And I can't wait to go back to the community because as Miss Universe Philippines, I want to make the system better. And my promise is hopefully we're gonna have feeding programs not just once a week, but every day. That was my goal.
It's safe to assume that you believe that education is the only way for greater and bolder opportunities in life.
That's true. Education and at the same time, right mindset.
And upon seeing your contenders online, who do you find the strongest among your contenders by far?
Oh, yeah. I've actually watched some of their clips, and I can say that when it comes to communication skills, I love South Africa.
Okay, South Africa.
She's a woman of power and wisdom, and as of the moment, the Miss Universe organization is looking for that woman who can speak not just for herself, but for what is happening around her.
Yes.
And I can't wait to meet each and every one of the candidates. Actually, we already have a group in WhatsApp. So we are already communicating with each
Sige,
other.
we're excited now for the upcoming pageant.
Those are some of the clips that I found of them online, and I thought it was really neat that we got to see both of them answer the same question. When it comes down to public speaking, here's what I look at when I'm evaluating both of these contestants. Amanda has worked a lot from the time of her national competition, and we know that this was not always her strong point on stage. And I think that there is still more work to go before Miss Universe. If you really break things down, Amanda has some great answers. There's some awesome content there, and the way that she explains her answers is great. But when she has these interactions with interviewers where it's not a prepared pageant common type of question, it does seem like she struggles to piece together her thoughts to share with an interviewer. She ends up using a lot of filler words in her answers, and that's what contestants do a lot of the times when they are trying to formulate their thoughts and figure out what should I say to this interviewer. So I think that that is something that she's still going to have to work towards, especially for the onstage question. I think her interview is going to be just fine, but when it comes to speaking on stage, you have to have that really great commanding presence and be prepared for anything that comes your way. On the other hand, I think that Rabiya's strength is her public speaking. Whether she is in a one-on-one interview or in the setting of an onstage question, I think that she is really going to excel here. This is going to be especially important if she is in a top 5 or a top 3. This could be the determining factor if we see Thailand and Philippines in that top 3 that would decide, I think, really everything at the end of the day. As you can see, Rabiya always speaks from her heart, but she's also very familiar with all of the things that she wants to hit on, all of the subjects and topics. In this one clip that we saw of her, she really talked about tourism and the importance of that for Iloilo City and how she set out to do that from the very beginning. She has very clear goals when she speaks, but she also speaks from the heart, and she avoids using filler words, which I'm a really big fan of. So I think that if we look at everything in the totality of their interviewing styles, both are going to be strong competitors, but Rabiya is edging out Amanda, in my opinion, in this kind of setting for interviews or for onstage questions. Those are my thoughts and evaluation of all of this. Let me know what you're thinking. Tell me who you are rooting for Miss Universe, and also remember to keep those comments kind. Our contestants do see this, and we just want to be kind to one another. So thank you so much for tuning into this episode. If you are preparing for a pageant and you want some extra help, then you can download my free pageant prep interview questions that every single contestant should be prepared to answer. Those are free and they're in the description below. Thank you so much for watching this episode, and I hope you are subscribed and will tune in for lots more.